Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to Gantoot Racing and Polo Club in the Emirate of Abu Dhabi, the United Arab Emirates. Another glorious afternoon here. Not too warm, fortunately, got a nice cool breeze, but we are under 30 degrees, about 26, 27 degrees. And we're here for the subsidiary final of His Highness, the President of the UAE Polo Cup between Abu Dhabi and Habtoor Wolves. Habtoor Wolves, of course, are going to be in their red shirts and purple shirts, familiar to Abu Dhabi team. Playing at number 1 for Abu Dhabi is Faris Al Yabouni. Playing at number 2, Cesar Crespo. At 3, Felix Asain. And at 4 is Teo Lecao. For Habtoor Wolves, playing at number 1 is Habtoor Al Habtoor. Playing at number 2, it is going to be Carlos Ulloa, Tolly. 3, Kian Hall and Juan Harechi at the back door. And in fact, we've got it swapped around, I'm afraid. Sorry about that one. Kian Hall, of course, playing at number 2. But we're already underway and the ball into play, and out it comes here now. Tolly fizzes that one up forward here now for Habtoor Al Habtoor. Habtoor going up towards goal here now. Habtoor, beautifully placed ball, but a little bit wide to the right as he got it a little bit too much on it. And yes, unfortunately, it just disappears out over the back line. Just hit that ball nice and cleanly. And Habtoor unable to get onto the back line. So the first attack there by Habtoor. And now we'll go to a hit in from the back line from Hugo Barabucci. Hugo. Apologise, it's Teo Lecao in the similar coloured helmet to Hugo. And Hugo normally playing there with the Abu Dhabi team, who's on the sideline, of course, coaching this team. But coming around quickly onto this one here. Near side, gets a bit of cane onto that one, unfortunately, there for Juan Harechi. And out over the back line it goes. Intercepted that hit out from Abu Dhabi. Did Tolly Ulloa. So players call once again. Teo, but on the other side of the goal mouth this time, brings it back into play. Sends this one straight up the middle field, looking to finish that one up there nicely now for Chichetti. Chichetti gets told to make a play on the ball. Felix there with him, goes up past. He's got Yabouni up front. Yabouni looking for the play. Is a little bit wide out towards the left-hand side of the goals. And Yabouni coming onto this one here, looking for the cut shot by Habtoor. Gets onto that one first and clears the way from the danger zone. Couldn't quite get the backhand in. Felix sends that backhand back into the middle there, and beautifully turned quickly by Crespo, but he just gets that one poked from it. It looks like we have Harechi comes. A force. A corner, a penalty 6 in favour. You see here that Chichetti got himself turned there quickly, nicely, in to try and stop the goal attempt by Chichetti Crespo was Juan Harechi. And Harechi just puts that one out over his own back line. Dangerously close to his own goal. But the upside of it just did go wide. So Teo Lecao just teeing the ball up here. Felix Asain just standing close by as Teo circles round up onto the play here now. Teo circles his pony around nicely here now. Looking to get this one to get the first point on the board. He gets it along the ground. It looks like it's going to go wide. Faris flicks that one into the danger zone, but it's picked up here this time by Harechi. Faris thought that he had the line on that one there, but it is going to be Harechi on the near side here, getting away there from Chichetti. In comes the backhand. Chichetti back onto it once more. Sends the backhand to himself. Clever little play. Comes forward with it, trying to avoid the hooking play there from Harechi. Harechi. Onto it here now, looking for something out of that one there. Just yields off it, has to do so, leaves it for Teo. Teo comes in, drives this one and puts the first one on the board there for Abu Dhabi. So you can just see on the replay there, they all just had to clear out the way because Teo's established on that line. If they come in, they'd definitely be giving a penalty away, so all they could do is just sit and watch as Teo just takes a clean swing at the goal and puts it away. So, 1 goal it is to Abu Dhabi here in Chukka number 1. So, lining up on the far side of the field in front of the clubhouse on this, the Sultan bin Said field. Ball into play by Dixon. Chichetti off out of the line out, quick and sharp. Trying to get away from his pursuing Tolly Ulloa. Ulloa looking to try and get the hook. Does so, but managed to keep control of it there. Oh, checks up, reaches back, but as he does... Oh, we get a whistle on that play, but as he does, he probably came across the oncoming player. Changing that line as he came down, as he just got the hook in, did Tolly. Tolly comes in, gets a bit of a hook on him, it changed that line, and as he tries to come back over it to play it on the near side, unbeknown to him, he was picked up there by the Habtoor player. Bringing it in here now is Harechi. Takes it away there from Chichete. Tries to pick it up there. Asian sends the backhand. Picked up beautifully there by Tolly. Tolly Azure. Very skillful, deft play there by Tolly. Flicks it away from there, or tries to do so. Yabuni couldn't quite get onto that one there, but it's going to be Kian. Kian onto it here now. Kian onto the socio. Comes forward. Sends that one in towards the middle of the field, but didn't link up with his own teammate. Felix gets the backhand out there for Teo. Teo dribbles this one up in the air. He has Harechi, goes to the other side of him this time, flicks onto his near side, going strong, hard towards goal, gets the bump in there, puts the pressure on, does Harechi, just at the crucial moments he's trying to make the swing on the ball, and it just goes wide. It's Abu Dhabi keeping Habtor pinned down at their end of the field. And players called. Chichete is quickly off changing. Harechi looking to take advantage of the situation. Chichete back on quickly. Keeps it moving forward, not being pressurised yet. He's got to get back on side. Drills that one up forward, sends it out the front door, looking for Kian, or is it going to be Joe to come up to it? But it looks like it's going to be Kian comes in. Kian up onto the play. Kian Hall takes care of his man, straightens himself up in towards the goal, goes with the cut shot, gets a bit of a bounce. He goes with gets a bit of cane, and unfortunately it just goes wide. Couldn't quite get the accuracy off the cane as he would have done on the head, but he was under a bit of pressure there and being pushed closer to that back line all the time by Felix Essien. Chichete Crespo to bring it back into play here this time now. Chichete comes under the neck, looking to set it up for Teo, but well read there by Harechi. Harechi playing it, comes under the neck, swoops it round the corner here now, going hard with him, gets told to leave it by Tolly. Tolly comes up onto the play here now, straight himself up towards goal. Just filling and playing with it, seeing if he can make a bit of space for himself. Does, unleashes this one, tries to find a bit of a window, but quickly onto it there. It's going to be Harechi. Harechi comes forward up onto this play, and it's just been intercepted beautifully by Chichete Crespo. Crespo gets a good bump and a ride off there by Kian. Here's the call for the backhand, makes the backhand, and quickly turn onto this one here, but it's just been intercepted and cut out of the play there by Felix Essien. Felix comes up here now, sends this one up forward, didn't quite get as much meat onto that as you'd like to do so. Habtor makes the ride off, sends the backhand, helped on its way by Kian, looking to set up Harechi once more. Harechi coming forward here now, being pressurised hard there by Felix, up onto his near side, flicks that one away, tries to get away there from Crespo, but coming in to help him out, of course, it's going to be Kian. Kian coming forward, drives that one up forward, looking to get that one up there for Habtor, but it just ricochets off the pony, comes off wide, out to the far corner it goes, scurrying round back onto it is Teo. Teo makes a turn, back in towards the middle of the play, back in towards the middle of the field. Good play there by Teo. Teo Gao getting away from the hook from Tolly. Now comes onto his near side, goes under the neck, trying to get that one up to Yabuni. Yabuni just loses a bit of momentum, the ball couldn't quite get to him. A little bit of a backhand by Tolly, just changes the angle, but not quite enough to get it to his teammate, and it's going to be Chichete Crespo to pick it up first. Chichete trying to muscle his way through and get past Tolly. Tolly's a lot of hooking going on. The ball just bobbles off the pony. Teo nearly unseats himself with that near side shot, and unfortunately just goes wide. And the umpires just blow the whistle, looking for a bit of a free change. There's 1:29 on the clock, but still just looking for a bit of a free change here now. Good passage of play here in Chukka number one. A couple of players did manage to find a moment to change, but umpires deciding it's probably a good idea. A couple of the horses look like they might be just tiring a little bit. So the ball, when they come back, is placed on the back line for Tolly to bring into play. Tolly, of course, super well mounted on his own horse, which he brought over. Will be going to England after this. Certainly a scalp that needs to be picked up. Many slots in teams that he could certainly fill very well indeed. So those out there listening really need to be watching him play. Always well mounted. Good teammate on and off the field. So players coming from the far end are Chichete and also Habtor. We'll just get this back underway once again when they get themselves into play. No, one more still to come. No, we're all full complement and players to be called for Harechi to bring in. One brings the ball in. Here's the call there from Tolly, out there towards the clubhouse side. looking to pick this one up. Made a bit of space for himself. Teo going back with him. Goes with a one-time play. Checked on it slightly, then just launched that one up into the middle of the field, looking there for Habtor. Habtor picks it up. Allowed Yabuni to go past. Did he show too much that one to... No, he didn't. He went on there. Sends a lovely neck shot, but he didn't quite get as much onto the angle as he was looking for, and it's getting close to that back line. At first to surface with Swiss one here. No, he won't actually make a play on it. He'll just shadow that one out over the back line, will Faris Yabuni. So the ball's on the black line here now for Taylor Cow to bring back into play once more. Does so. Brings it up. Felix looking for a bit of a run. He goes out up the middle of the field here once more, waiting for that ball to come down. Yabuni in front there of Haurici, and we get a whistle on the play. You just see one. He's just getting himself established on the line and just waiting there. Very patiently indeed. And just too much temptation there, and into the play comes Faris Yabuni, and we'll have a penalty here now in favour of Habtor from the spot of the infraction for a penalty 5. Jason Dixon just dismounted, so we'll have a slight break, which gives Haurici plenty of time to tee this one up. Jason, I believe, just picking up a horseshoe or something up off the field. Great importance to do so, so no pony stands on it. So players called. One Haurici onto the play here now. Comes forward, drives this one up forward, sends that one far enough. Tolly tries to pick it up. In comes Lecau to try and get the better of that one there. Over the top of it, quickly round onto it though. Kian, but first to beat him to that play is Crespo. The first who goes. Crespo drives this one out towards the side, looking for Teo. Teo going back there with Haurici. Haurici just pushes the man wide, near side backhand coming in towards the middle of the field. Who we first pick this one up here now, just has to yield off out of it, does Habtor, and the backhand comes in by Teo, setting up the attack once more again for Abu Dhabi. For Felix S.A.N. goes first time play off the boards, trying to drill this one up forward. Reaching back for that one there is Yabuni, stabilises himself once more, and Yabuni coming forward in towards the goal, stick side, near side, but unfortunately just runs out of time. And the second hooter goes, and that there will end chucker number 1 with the score being 1 goal it is to Abu Dhabi. Wolves still to open up their account here this afternoon, and we'll start off again after a few messages and adverts from Polo Line with a throw-in very close to that Habtor goal.
To be of service to another, to commit to a cause, to place the well-being of another above one's own is truly noble. It is one of the highest endeavors that man can undertake. Since 2007, Burjeel Holdings has been doing just that. An army of professionals working together to ensure your well-being always. Burjeel Holdings.
So welcome back to our Polo Line viewers here at Gantoot Racing and Polo Club in Abu Dhabi, the United Arab Emirates. A lovely spring afternoon here. We have Abu Dhabi already on the field, as their pony lines are up at the Sheikh Khalifa end of the field. Habtor Wolves coming from the other side, and we have quick little view there, and of course our umpires on the field been doing a sterling job here this season in the UAE. Umpire Peter Wright and Jason Dixon with the third man, and director of Polo here for the Federation is Santiago Torgueta. So the ball's placed down there with Peter Wright on the grey. We'll be starting off again proceedings with a throw-in. Well, Yabuni unfortunately just ran out of time after the attack by Abu Dhabi was initially thwarted by Habtoor, but they regained possession and managed to get it up, but to that end of the field once more, but just not quite in time enough. So to start checker number 2, 1 goal it is to Abu Dhabi, and Wolves looking to open up their account. Abu Dhabi being pretty strong and hemming Wolves in fairly tight, and there it is. Umpire Wright bowls that ball in play. Off the back of the line out it comes, and it looks like that has managed just to stay in play. And Crespo going back there with Haurechi. Up to the boards it comes, tries to keep that one in. It's still in play. Lacau has it, leaves it now for Chichetti. Crespo on the play there with Tolly. Coming round to put the pressure on him was Haurechi, but he gets pushed off out of it there. Well, giving him a bit of space and control was Teo. Sends to that one, fizzes up towards the goal. Little backhand comes in, a lovely goal there. Casual as you like by Felix Essayin. Puts it away, a nice little near side backhand. Well positioned. And through the goal it goes for the second goal for Abu Dhabi. The ball just got fizzed up there nicely. And unable to do anything with Habtoor as Essayin across the face of goal. Took his man, put him in the pocket and had the ball on his near side and played that lovely little tail backhand on his near side. So back to the middle of the field it is once more, and off out the back of the line out it comes. Backhand comes in there by Tolly, looking to feed that one up there for Habtoor. Habtoor sweeps onto the line here now, carries the ball a little bit further forward. He's got a little bit of space and time as he's by himself. Will he run this one himself? I think he probably will do. He'll have a go at it, and he's fizzes that one up a little bit closer towards the goal, but unfortunately as he does, he just runs out on the angle and it goes out just before the goal, and out over the back line it is. So once more, Taylor Cowder bringing in off the back line. They've had quite a few attempts at goal, but unable to actually score and put the points on the board yet. Have tall Wolves. Teo flicks out here now for Felix. Felix on the play, being hassled and pressurised by Tolly. Tolly just shields off as he makes the play. Kian's looking for that play, can't find it. Next onto it is going to be Crespo. Has to go with a little short swing on because he knew he was going to get hooked off out of it. And it's now going to be Teo. Comes in, nice neck shot, passes that one up here for Yabuni. Yabuni goes with a half swing. Unfortunately, couldn't quite control that one. He's going closer, dangerously close to that back line. As he does, it's out over the back line. A little bit of frustration shown there. But he had quite a lot to do. It wasn't exactly like it was placed directly in front of goal. So the ball's on the back line once more for Habtoor Wolves. And one Haurechi. And another shoe just been picked up off the field here. Seems to be Jason's new job today. So one Haurechi brings the ball into play here now. Juan lofts that one out towards the clubhouse side, looking there for Habtoor. Habtoor scurries over to go and pick that one up. Umpire getting out of the way. Habtoor comes through here now. Nice weighted pass up the field. Doesn't quite reach his man, but comes in up onto it. And as he comes across onto it, Yulbuni looking for something, but nothing can be given out of that one. It's Kian drives that one up forward once more, up into the danger zone it is, but first to surface up onto this one is going to be Yabuni. Yabuni looks to clear that one across the face of his own goalmouth. Could have done with a little bit more angle as he comes in to try and clear that one away. It looks like he has actually taken that out over his own back line. So I'll have another force this time, but it's going to be in favour of Habtoor Wolves. An opportunity here now for them to get themselves onto the scoreboard from the 60-yard line for a penalty 6. Though it is a little bit wide of the goals. A slight breeze coming towards them here off the sea. So the ball will be teed up here now by Juan Haurechi. Abu Dhabi looking to stop this one here. Juan looking to open up their account. Comes up to this one nicely. He drives, he strikes him. It looks like it's going a little bit out towards the side, but it just gets plucked into play. But didn't quite find the goals. But it's going to be Felix to clear it away here now for Abu Dhabi once more. But first onto it is going to be Haurechi. Haurechi making a little bit of space and time for himself. Comes up past Yabuni. Leaves it now. Comes back inside once again. fizzes that one out in towards the goal. Didn't quite get what he was looking for. Has to have another bite at it and does so, and sends this one in a more acute angle underneath the neck and puts it away, putting Habtoor on the board here now. 2 goals it is to Abu Dhabi and 1 goal it is to Habtoor Wolves. So still 4 minutes left here in this chukker. Chukker number 2. Ball back into play. Skews off the line out. Juan picks it up. Takes it across the field for Tolly. Trying to get onto that one first. It's going to be Lecau. Comes in with a ride off. Tolly takes control. Gets a little bit of a bounce. Couldn't quite pick that one up. But regains possession for Tuesday once again. It's going to be Tolly. Looks up the front door. Nice high lofted drive up the front door there. Looking for Habtoor. But first to get to that play will be Yabuni. Yabuni strong on the backhand once again. A ripper of a backhand there by Yabuni with a bit of elevation as well and sends it up the field. Felix unable to pick it up. It's sent back into the danger zone once again there by Tolly for Habtoor to slip onto. Habtoor. He has Yabuni in front, able to do anything. He goes with a shot in towards goal and through it is. A lovely goal there by Habtoor Al Habtoor. Coming off the backhand of Tolly Yajur. Evening up the score here in chukker number 2. All the 2s on the board. 2 goals apiece it is. You see he got himself turned nicely onto that backhand of Tolly's. Just planted it down in front of him. Not too far so Yabuni could get a bite of the cherry. But no. Placed it there for Habtoor, who just finished that one off nicely. We just have a whistle on the play, 2:56 on the clock as you can see, and players just scurrying off to go and change ponies. It's been a long, old, intense season of 20 and 18 goal polo here in the UAE, of which there's still plenty left to play. Tomorrow, of course, they have the final up at Habtoor. We still have polo going to be going on until the end of April. Up in Dubai at least. They do have the privilege here, of course, to be playing later in the evenings at Gantoot because we have the floodlights. So maybe they will continue to play. We have Ramadan just round the corner. But there's still plenty of time after that for Gantoot, or even after Iftar. They could play a couple of matches under the floodlights if they wish to do so. Which I'm sure it would be a great opportunity for them to entice a few of the Dubai players to come down to play here. So the ball into play it is by Jason Dixon. Frontal line out comes Kian. Kian gets hooked off out of it by Chichetti. Ball looks a little bit loose, but now it's picked up by Haureche. Goes with the backhand. Took it forward to give himself a bit more of an angle and space. Does so. Trying to get onto it's Tolly, but he's pushed away from Lecau. Lecau's backhand comes in there for Chichetti to swoop onto here now. Chichetti swaps over onto his near side, looking for something out of that there optimistically was Kian, but the backhand comes in by Haureche. Picked up by Tolly, but Horse kicks it forward. Nice little acute neck shot there by Lecau. Feeds it to Chichetti. Chichetti takes it forward, then goes with the backhand, feeding it up now, trying to get that one up as far as Yabuni, but the backhand spoils the play. But it's left here now for Lecau once again. Lecau in the danger zone. It's Lecau dancing one way, then the other way, looking for a bit of a window to come into onto that one there, but he doesn't quite get the open door he was looking for, but he's back onto it once more, quickly turning, facing goal once more is Lecau, but this time he's got his head down and goalward bound it is. Lecau gets hooked off out of it last minute, but Chichetti Crespo in there in support, puts it away there for Abu Dhabi. 3 goals is to Abu Dhabi, 2 to Habtoor. You can see on the replay here, this time on the second attack towards goal, he got hooked off out of it by Kian, leaving the ball behind, but Crespo was unmarked and manages to put that one away. Good support there by Chichetti Crespo. So back to the middle of the field is once more for Dixon. Dixon bowls it in out, skews off the line out. Backhand there by Haureche. Haureche's backhand. Nobody up onto that one. Players marking each other, keeping each other out. It's going to be Felix. Asain keeps onto the play here now. Gets taken enough out of it there, but he managed to pick it up to his teammate. Does Crespo. Crespo can't get the full swing in. He's got Habtoor in front. He's got Haureche behind. Next on to this one here is going to be Kian. It ricochets off a bony. We've got players coming at it at all angles, but it looks like Felix has got himself established on that one quickly. Realised the backhand as soon as it came off. He turned up onto that one sharply. And we can see on the replay here, Pony just bobbing a little bit there on Kian. Puts it out towards the middle of the field. There was a deflection, so it didn't quite get the length he was looking for, did Kian, and allowing Felix Asain to get onto that play, and it'll be moved up forward as his general momentum was forward and through the players he would have come with that play if he hadn't been interfered with. Then we have the ball drop down for a 60-yard penalty, a penalty 4. in favour of Abu Dhabi. So Taylor Cow tees this one up here now. Habtool back in defence. Looking to get that 2-goal margin back again here at Abu Dhabi. Look out. Oh, Pony just jigging on him at the last minute and changing legs. It gets half stopped and half cut out of the play, and wide it goes. It looks like that ball's going to be placed on the back line here now. Not coming off of defender's mallet as such, so therefore it'll be a hit in for Juan Harichi and Habtool Wolves. Juan Harichi taps it forward, brings it forward once again. This time opens it up, looking to drill that one straight at the middle of the field, looking there for Kian or Habtool, but it's going to be Felix close to the back door on them precisely and clinically once again. Near side play, going to try and flick that one away. There is going to be Harichi, but we've got players all coming from different directions. The first two just gone, so I do surmise that that there will end chucker number 2 with the score being 3 goals. It is 2, and you can just see on our replay here now for our viewers that Juan's just waiting for that one there. Chetty just changes the line a little bit. Did it change enough? And let's see. And then 2 more players come in to join the party to try and pick up the spoils and try and get away with that ball, but the umpires have seen a foul, blown the foul, and that there will end chucker number 2 with the score being 3 goals. It is to Abu Dhabi, 2 goals to the Wolves. And we'll be back with you after a few minutes. Some adverts from Polo Line. So welcome back here now to our Polo Line viewers. We can just see another angle of the play here. Once again, there's the same angle as you see. Chetty's just waiting for that one in. Sorry, Harichi's waiting for it. Chetty comes in. Maybe there's a change play. Maybe he's just standing over the line. And it looks like we have a penalty being given in favour of Abu Dhabi from the 40-yard spot. A penalty 3. So Habtool have to come from the far end of the field to get themselves to behind their goal to be able to look to try to defend this one. Players being called, and it looks like Crespo's going to take up the penalty taking here now. Crespo circling round onto this one. Pony coming in at a nice pace. He gets under that one beautifully and clean over the top and through the middle of the goal post it is. So Abu Dhabi have their 2-goal margin once again. 4 goals it is to Abu Dhabi. 2 goals to Habtoor Wolves. There's replay here, just kept that Pony coming through nice and quietly on a good rhythm. Giving the opportunity just to put that one away. Nice goal there by Chichetti Crespo. So back to the middle of the field is for Dixon in front of the clubhouse here, and bowls that ball into play. Into play it is, coming off it is Chichetti once again on his near side. Chichetti, Aurecci going back at pace. Chichetti letting the Pony run, keeps it short, looking to control this one and stick a ball this one all the way home. It gets a bit of a bounce, he loses a bit of momentum, but there's enough momentum there to carry it all the way through. Chichetti Crespo, back-to-back goals, a penalty at the other end and a field goal straight from the line out. It is Chichetti Crespo. You can see on the replay there, just kept it short, but the ball just bounced and hopped a bit, lost a bit of momentum and allowing Aurecci to get back to him, but all a little bit too little too late as the ball has enough momentum to carry on through the goal. So back to the middle of the field is once more. We have 3-goal the margin now, 5-2 being the score. Ball into play, out the middle of the line out, looking for that one there. Teo didn't get what he was looking for, trying to get onto his Habtoor, has to yield off, leaves it there for Felix. Felix sends this one up forward here now, but it's been stopped and blocked there by Tolly. Tolly goes up forward. He hears the call there. Does Aurecci and drills that one straight up the middle of the field, trying to get that one up for Habtoor. But SN comes in. Nice little play by Habtoor, looking to play a backhand, but he just gets hooked off out of it. Trying to take that ball away there from SN rather than take it forward. Comes off the back of the Pony there from Tolly, but Felix has another crack at it here now and drills that one up forward. Tries to get it up there for Teo. Teo just gets pushed off out of it. Beautifully played there by Aurecci. Comes up with the spoils and the little tail backhand out there for Kian, who gets a bump and a ride off for his dues there by Chichetti, nearly unsaddling him slightly, but it's going to be Essian comes through, poaches that one, but stolen back again by Abu Dhabi's Crespo. Crespo gets a bit of cane onto it, picked up by Tolly here this time, flicks that one away, looks to try and come back inside, and we get a whistle on that play. You see, Tolly just knows he's got him there, and he knows that he's going to get the hook on, so he just tries to tap that one back inside him as he does, and then tries to come across him. He just gets blocked in his play. And we have this ball being moved up here now for a penalty in favour of Habtoor Wolves. Probably from the 30-yard line, I'd say. So Habtoor looking to get another one back on the board here in chucker number 3. We teed up by one Aurecci. Players called. All Abu Dhabi can do is just sit and watch this one. As one just walks up to it, already in that half-seat position, and just drops the mallet down and bobbles that ball over the goal line. It's all that's needed. 3 goals it is now to Habtoor Wolves. 5 goals, though, still to Abu Dhabi. That's the largest margin Abu Dhabi have had, and Habtoor certainly wanted to close the gap and get themselves into the lead here. We still have 5 minutes or so left of this chucker. Jason looks to bowl this ball in. Looks a vague resemblance of a gap. Quite meticulous. And there you go. So he blows the whistle and says, come on, boys. The game's much better if you can get the ball in and out the back of the line out, so it opens the game up instantly rather than having these messy little melees. And there it is, ball's into play. Out the back of the line it comes. Tolly near side, flicks it round, comes back onto his stick side, offers it there to Aurecci. Aurecci picks it up here. Aurecci on the play. Looks to see what his options are. Goes with the driving shot, sends his shot, trying to get that one up there for Habtoor, but it's a little bit wide for him, allowing Felix to come onto it. Essayne comes in with a lovely backhand, settling it down here now. Chichetti wanted to get to it, but didn't quite get to him. Kian flicks up on Morocco's, goes forward here now. It is, tries to get onto it, gets bumped off out of it there by Chichetti, who picks it up and takes it away out towards the side. And maybe there's a bit of something being said or something, or someone didn't like something, but the umpires were just discussing it over their microphones, over their headsets, and we have it a whistle. Let's see if we can see something on this replay here now. Yeah, maybe Chichetti did cross in front of him. It might have been a bit cleaner if he'd been on his near side. But let's see what the umpires decide. Did he have enough room and space? Umpires coming back to the third man to have a bit of a chat, who see it on the replay as we can all see here for the viewers on Polo line. And it looks like a ball has been dropped down on a penalty spot. A penalty 3. Or is it a 2? No, it looks like a penalty 2 in favour of Habtoor Wolves. Once again on that replay. Just came across him to play it on his stick side. Ran the safer option on his near side. That'd be easy to turn around and say he should have gone near side. He might not have had that option. But looking to clear it away. Had 2 chances, goal or get away with it. But unfortunately this occasion didn't get away with it, and the ball's there on the 30-yard spot for Juan Harichi. Once more comes up to it and bowls that one away through the goals. All that's needed for 30 yards, secure and safe by Juan Harichi. Taking the score to within 1 goal. 4 goals it is to Habtoor Wolves, 5 goals to Abu Dhabi. Jason lines him up once more. Habtoor back on after quickly changing. In. Out the side of the line, out it comes. Harichi to service with it first. Sends the backhand. Comes off a pony. Trying to get onto that one. There is Kian. Kian gets away with it here now, but shows a little bit too much of that one there, and he couldn't quite get onto it there. Could have Habtoor. Backhand comes in there by the cow. It's left here now for Felix S.N. Felix turns the play. Sends the boys up forward. The troops are in advance, but it doesn't quite get as far as you'd like to do so. Lost the momentum in that play, but leaves it now for Tolly. Goes across the field, keeping the ball running round now for Harichi. Harichi looking for the one-time play. Under the neck it goes here now for Habtoor to come on to. Habtoor, and coming on to it is going to be Felix as well, but as Felix comes in, sends the backhand, cuts it away, picked up by Chichetti. Couldn't quite reach back far enough on that one there, but in comes Lecau, pushes it deep down into the corner. And it looks like that one's come off the boards and out over the back line it is. So we'll have another corner here, another penalty 6, but it'll only be from 40 yards from the goalmouth, as it's right there in the corner. Just trying to clear that one away, and it just gets caught in the curve of the board and out over the back line. It just ran round the boards and over the back line it goes. So the umpires call for a free change. There's a 3:07 on the clock. There once again a hydration. Very important to rehydrate. It's not just about drinking water in the heat, especially in this part of the world, because all that'll do is flush all your minerals out. You need a decent isotonic drink, and Clanova will supply that form in a tablet form. Throughout the world, sponsoring Polo here in England and also in Argentina, as well as they have also done so previously in France too. So a great supporter of Polo. So one is just been asked to wait whilst the players get themselves on their free change. Parashibuni making his way down from the outside of the field, but the wait has been given, the time to be given. Umpire Wright says you can cut across. We are going to wait, of course. So play will be called here now for Juan Harichi to try and level these scores up here from some 70 yards out, say. Juan Harichi up onto this one here now. Strikes it well. It looks like he might be pushing a little bit to the left, but will it just sneak inside that post or not? But no, the umpires decide, and the goal judge confirms wide it is, just to the left-hand side. Struck it beautifully, but just a little bit out there to the left. So wide it is, and the ball's on the back line here for Abu Dhabi to bring in once more. Well, maybe they're having a bit of a discussion with the third man. He's going to have another view of this one. I couldn't actually see from where I was sitting, but it did look like it was going wide. But it looks like that one's been overturned on the review. I lost sight of the ball as it was up high and lost. So the goal has been given, and back to the middle of the field it is. So 5-5 is the score. Jason Dixon looking to get it underway once more. Final warning being given to the guys, saying there's 2 white lines clearly on the ground. Let's just have a little bit of space here. Thank you very much indeed. There it is. Ball into play. Gets stuck in the middle line out anyway, but it's going to be Yabuni. He feeds that one forward. But first to surface and get onto this one here is going to be Ulloa. Ulloa takes that one away there from Chichetti. Comes back inside. Chichetti just has to yield off that one there. Comes under the neck. Feeding it up here now for Juan. But it's well read there by Felix. Spoils his play. Going to be picked up by Chetty on the meet, turns the play, comes for the shot, sends that one up forward. Habtoor half cuts it out. It comes off Kian at that point, giving Habtoor an opportunity to get onto it, but he's called off it. Open backhand by Tolly. Tolly's ball, it changes direction slightly, so Chetty can't come on, but Harechi feeds that one up forward once again. First back onto it. Nice backhand once again by Yabuni, changing the angle, changing the direction of play, and Felix is on it, but Habtoor comes across. Thought he was going to be quick enough, but unfortunately not on this occasion here. You can see on this replay here, the ball gets sent up, direction changed, and momentum changed there by Yabuni. And Habtoor thought he might be able to get onto that one quickly, but not quite quick enough on this occasion. And they're going to decide how far up the field this is going to go. And it looks like this is going to go to at least a penalty for. And it is exactly that, a 60-yard penalty for Abu Dhabi. Chetty just teeing that one up. Chetty Crespo going to England also after this season with the Green Gates team, possibly to play the high goal, but the team's not 100% confirmed yet. Chetty drives it, shoots over the top of the players it is, and through the middle of the goals it is. Accuracy is what his name is. Chetty Crespo. 6 goals it is now to Abu Dhabi, getting themselves back out into the lead here. Jason line the two teams up once again. Just under a couple of minutes left to play. Ball into play, off out the line, out it comes. Looking for it was Tolly, but it's now there left for Chetty Crespo on the attack once more. Taps it forward in behind Kian. Gets his play spoilt by Habtoor, but regains possession once more. Gets told to use it, does so. Tries to drive that one up and try and get it up, but it's going to be on the meat. It is Haureche. Head was down, focusing on that one hard. Drives that one out towards the side. Chetty trying to go back with him, but it looks like it is going to be Haureche. Has the horse, has the power. Up in the air it comes. Plucks it out the air. Comes forward once again on the bouncing ball, but it's going to be Teo. Teo comes in. Drives that one back out towards the clubhouse again. First onto it. And they cancel each other out. Does Teo and Felix Essian, but it's now left for Kian. Kian straightens himself, faces up towards goal once more, pops that one up towards the danger zone, but first back onto it to clear it away for Abu Dhabi is going to be Crespo. Crespo once again, clearing it here now for them, but as he comes in, try and flick it away, he gets it stolen out from under his nose there by Tolly Ajoa. Tolly straightens himself up, comes back inside once again, faces up towards goal. He has Licao in front. Chetty trying to get in contention there. It's just held off enough there by Habtoor, but it's been Haureche. Feeds that one across the face of goal, and Yabuni tries to come onto it. The backhand comes in. He gets cancelled off out of it. Tries to pick this play up, make the turning play. Working hard on it there is going to be Haureche, but it looks like that ball has gone out over the back line. So the attack was all thwarted there by the defence of Abu Dhabi. Habtoor, and there goes the hooter, ladies and gentlemen, and that there will end the first half of this match. There's 5-chucker match after 3 chuckers. The score is 6 goals to Abu Dhabi, 5 goals to Wolves. The players will leave the field and we'll go to a slightly extended break here now with some highlights and some rushes from the Polo line.
la realidad que este es el torneo que nosotros le apuntamos todo. Entonces creo que estar en la final es como una alegría muy grande de poder ya estar cerca de cumplir el objetivo principal de antes de arrancar la temporada, que trata de ganar esta copa. Ya estando en la final, eso ya como que ya es un montón, o sea, estamos bastante cerca. Queda un partido bravo, difícil, pero bueno, enfocados y tratando de disfrutar estos últimos días y después volver a Argentina, que siempre es lindo también. Y esta es, así seguido, es el cuarto año. Antes había venido 1 o 2 años, pero con Kaku y Yamsi organizando un poco todo, y eso es el cuarto año que digo, logramos armar un equipo muy divertido en todo sentido, de trabajo, de calidad humana, de todo. Así que nada, la verdad que es un programón estar acá. Bueno, y ahí la verdad que viene siendo una temporada impresionante, no creo que hayan perdido algún partido todavía. Así que nada, se ve que están haciendo las cosas bien, es un equipo muy organizado, con mucha organización, muchos caballos y que encima están andando bien como equipo. Pero bueno, nosotros por ahí viniendo un poquito más de atrás a los ponchazos por una temporada más complicada, tuvimos nuestros momentos difíciles y entonces creo que eso nos puede dar la fuerza y las ganas de tratar de terminarla de la mejor manera. Y nada, ¿viste? Cuando venís remándola, muchas veces como que te vas haciendo más fuerte de a poco, ¿no?
El deporte este nació inventado por chicos de 10, 12 años, que es parte del gran atractivo, del gran potencial que yo le veo. Junta muchas cosas que tienen un poco que ver, junta el verde, junta la naturaleza, junta el campo, pero junta también la tecnología, la de poder tener desafíos que nunca antes había pensado.
Well, welcome back here now to our Polo Line viewers on the Sultan bin Said field at Gantouk Racing and Polo Club in Abu Dhabi, the United Arab Emirates, on this glorious spring afternoon. Players back out on the field to get chucker number 4 underway with the score being 6 goals is to Abu Dhabi, 5 goals is to Habtoor. It'll be interesting to see how the rest of this match unfolds. It's been pretty nip and tuck all the way. Abu Dhabi were 2 goals ahead, then they managed to get back within 1, did Habtoor, and then it ended up with 3-goal advantage to Abu Dhabi at one point. But now Habtoor have managed to whittle that lead down to just the 1 goal, 6 goals to 5 it is. The umpire's just coming back out on the field again. Players quite keen and hungry to get this underway. We've got a very full afternoon here, of course, which after this match will be moving over to the Sheikh Zayed field in front of the racing grandstand, where a lot of guests are being entertained over there. Some VIP tents as well. some food and beverage, and of course they'll have displays by the K9, the marching bands, and of course we have Alphasan, the air show, plus skydiving. So it's a great full afternoon here at Gantut as always. So there you can see the progression of the match. After chucker number 1, it was 1-0 in favour of Abu Dhabi. After chucker number 2, William Stevens, and then after chucker number 3, can't actually see, unfortunately, the light's just on the screen a little bit. We have 5-6 it is in favour of Abu Dhabi. So players called, and Taylor Cow brings it back into play once more. Dribbles it once and then drives this one up the field, looking to get that one up there for Yabuni, but it's cut out by Habtor. Habtor sends the backhand. Chetty quickly turns back onto this one here now. Chetty's backhand falls there, being interfered with in his play by Tolly. Swapping round up onto the play here, picks it up on the near side, does Haurichi on the boards, leaves it now for Tolly. Tolly straightens himself up. He's got players going forward. Drives this one up, tries to get that one all the way up the front door here for Habtor, but the middle of the field is controlled well there by Yabuni. Sends a backhand, thwarts her attack, picked up by Crespo once again. Crespo on the play, turns it round, sends this one out towards himself, towards us here at the Coventry side, avoids the hook there from Habtor, gets onto the bouncing ball, picks it up at the top of the bounce, beautifully there by Chichetti Crespo, pass to Lacau. Chichetti goes up forward with momentum, goes up forward and up onto this play here now, but it looks like Haurechi has pushed him wide and he plays the backhand, cuts it in. Haurechi peels off it, looking for the backhand to come in, but it's picked up there by Teo. Teo Lacau comes in and finishes off beautifully. Lovely linking play there between Teo Lacau and Chichetti Crespo, and finished off by Teo once again. And you can see the pass came up by Teo, pushed it out a little bit to the left hand side. A very good backhand there by Chichetti. You saw Harichi peeling off it, anticipating the backhand, but first to surface with it was Lacau and finished it off nicely. So back into play it is once again, and off the line out, Habtor comes up with this one here now. Habtor hungry for something here now. Underneath the neck, he tries to come with that one there. Regathers, gains possession once more, takes it up towards the board, checks up on the play, straightens himself up, pulls the ball off the boards a little bit. He's been blocked in his play there by Schetti. Takes the man, and the ball does Crespo. Crespo looking to mount the attack once again, looking for a bit more angle on that one, puts it across the face he's going. First onto it though is going to be Yabuni on his near side, picks that one up, pushes out towards the boards, but first onto it is going to be Tolly. Takes it forward in there with Crespo. Crespo gets the better of him, picks up the play here now. Crespo turns away, out in smoke play here now, being protected there by Teo, allowing Crespo to bring it forward and then drive this one up over the top of the players here for Felix. Felix Asian doesn't quite get hold of that, but just waits for it to come down, does Haureche. Backhand came in, it was helped on its way by Kian, looking for something there. It was Tolly, but it's going to be Teo, sends up forward, but it's going to be Kian, gets told to make play on the ball. Kian tries to get away there from Felix Asian. He just takes the man, leaves it for Haureche. Haureche shows a little bit too much of that one there for Teo, sends it back into the danger zone once again, but there are red shirts all over this one here now as Kian keeps Felix S.N. off the play, allowing Tolly to mount attack here once again for Habtor Wolves. Drives that one up the middle of the field here, there, trying to link it up there for Habtor, but coming through at pace is going to be Kian. Kian Hall gets a bit of a clatter onto that one there and sends it deeper down into the corner. Looks for the big neck shot. Couldn't quite execute that one off as he had intended, but it's going to be picked up here by Yabuni, and it's going to be left now for Habtor, and in turn it's left there for Lacau. Sends the backhand, comes off the pony, ricochets, new direction, comes out in towards the boards, back into it once again. It's going to be Teo, gets a good ride off, comes up with possession, drills this one out of the danger zone up to about the halfway line. This one will sum down, but we've got a little bit of something going on there, a little bit of confusion behind the play, as I think a player came across Juan Haurechi. You can see on the replay here now, Teo thumps this one up the field, gets good distance on it, and as Haurechi is trying to come onto it, just gets impeded in his play a little bit there. Faris not happy with that one, but the umpires have made their decision. So the ball's placed down here now for a penalty 4 in favour of Habtor Wolves. Faris thought he was all right and possibly thinking that Haurechi milked it a little bit, but umpires deciding that maybe came across in front of him with not enough pace. And the ball's dropped down here for a penalty 4, a 60-yard penalty in favour of Habtor Wolves, looking to get a little bit closer, looking to cut that margin down. 2 goals, the advantage is to Abu Dhabi at this point in time. A few players opting to quickly change ponies, as Abu Dhabi are going to have to retire back to try to defend this one. For Polo Line viewers, it's going to be great to see the Polo Nations Cup, 8th to the 18th of June, right at the end of the Queen's Cup in England. The first Polo Nations Cup in Chantilly, France. So on the 60-yard line, the ball being teed up by Juan Jauretche. One circling onto the play here now. Keeps that momentum, drives, shoots, it's high, is it accurate enough? But it looks like the goal judge is saying it's gone wide. Wide to the right hand side it is, just push that ball out to the right hand side. So 2 goals, the difference remains, 7-5 it is in favour of Abu Dhabi. And the ball's on the back line here now. For Taylor Cow and Abu Dhabi. Felix cuts one way in towards the middle of the field here now, picks the play up here. Waiting for him though is Jauretche, goes in, sends a driving shot, trying to get that one up there for Lecao, but Lecao's being well looked after there by Kian. Gets the better of that one there, couldn't get the next shot he was looking for. The ball just flicks off out into open space. First onto it is going to be Tolly. Tolly plays the backhand, the tail backhand comes in, but the first to surface on this one here is going to be Kian and Chichetti, who comes up with the ball. Chichetti Crespo in behind him, giving the support is Lecao. The backhand comes in, spoiling the attack of Abu Dhabi, but quickly onto it once again is Chichetti Crespo, sent up further forward, trying to pick this one up and clears it away from the danger zone. Is Habtor for Habtor Wolves. Brings it out towards the boards here now. In behind is Tolly, looking to give him a little bit of protection if he can. Great play there by Habtor. Drives that one up forward, but first surface with it will be Chichetti. Chichetti well positioned. Takes the ball deeper down, flicks it away there, cakes it away, does Habtor a little bit of a backhand there, but it's going to be Chichetti, reads it well, quick reactions, back onto the play, plays the near side backhand, gets the shot off at the top of the bounce there, does Teo Lecao, very talented indeed, just kept off out of it there is Teo by Jauretche, allowing Tolly Ujo to come onto this play here. Tolly takes it forward once again, Tolly comes back inside once more, Tolly Ujo, Tolly being pressurised, sends a little backhand there for Jauretche, taking it away from the Abu Dhabi attack. He's going to come round once more. Gets a little bit of space, gets a little bit of protection there from Tolly. Tolly goes up forward, looks to make the next shot. Didn't quite get as much onto it as would have liked to have done so, but it's going to be Lecao to pick it up. Takes away from the hooking attempt there from Tolly. Goes forward once again, does Lecao. Gets hooked off out of it, leaves it for Crespo. Crespo once again. Crespo working hard as ever. Chichetti Crespo looks to see his teammates are. A lovely lofted drive up to the middle of the field it is. It's a little bit wide to the right and he might have a bit too much on that one there, and he does, and out over the back line it goes, hitting that ball sweetly, but just out to the right hand side of the goalpost. So 7-5 is the score it remains, and 1:40 on the clock, and the ball's on the back line here now for Habtor to bring back into play. I hear a quick little toot on the whistle by the umpires. Yabuni just dismounts. Maybe a little bit of an issue with his pony, and certainly looking for a change, giving everybody else the opportunity to do so as they wish. So we need a pony down to the scoreboard end here for Faris Yabuni, which Julie, of course, his groom, is doing so. So we'll just have a slight pause and break in the play whilst they get themselves onto some fresh legs here. I'd like to say thank you very much, of course, to all the grooms and everybody who worked so hard and diligently to prepare these horses, which look in magnificent condition to be playing out here in front of us this afternoon, as well as all the support crew behind that make the players do what they do. Felix S.A.N. coming on. The little pamper, normally played by Hugo Barabucci, their coach. Great wealth of experience and knowledge. So players call for Juan Jauretche to bring back in for Habtor Wolves. Brings up forward Chichetti on the mark. Sends a good high lofted driving ball up the field, out towards the clubhouse side, waiting for that one to come down, but trying to get possession, and it's going to be Felix. Sends the backhand, down the boards it goes, helped on its way by Lacau, but it's picked up by Tolly Joa. Tolly turns, face up towards goal, drills that one up forward. He's got two options there. Pushed off out of it there is Kian by Chichetti. Comes in with the backhand stopped. Picked up by Kian once more, but it's now in a bit of a melee, and Lacau opens it up once again, unleashing Chichetti. Crespo on the move here now. Crespo up the field, but he's being closed down, taking the shorter line. It's going to be Tolly. Crespo trying to get as much out of the pony as he can. Checks up onto this one here now, overshooting it slightly. There is Tolly, and leaves it for Crespo. Crespo got a very acute angle, looking to straighten himself up, looking for a little bit of protection as well. He has Kian in front. He's looking to try and weave and dance his way through the traffic here, but no way through that one. A lot, and the umpires blow the whistle on the play. So you can see as it comes, he tries to straighten himself up. He's got a player in front, and then a whole load of other players come and join in and just infringe any right of way, and not being able to pick anything out of that one, we end up with a penalty in favour of Abu Dhabi. A short penalty here, a penalty 2 in favour of Abu Dhabi. Players called. Have tall Wolves, nothing they can do but sit and watch this one here, and it looks like it's actually going to be Teo Lacau to take this one here now. Teo comes up to this one here, drives, shoots through the goal. It is the flagman confirms it, and we have a 3-goal margin once again. 8 goals it is to Abu Dhabi, 5 goals to Habtor Wolves. So they scurry back to the middle of the field, but all for nil, and who to go? So that there will end chukker number 4 with a score being 8 goals to Abu Dhabi, 5 goals it is to Habtor. And we'll have a quick break with some messages and highlights from Polo Line.
We had 6 teams that were all on the same level. They came with their best horses, and we had very, very good games. So come to St. Moritz next year, the end of January, to the Snow Polo World Cup 2024.
To be of service to another, to commit to a cause, to place the well-being of another above one's own is truly noble. It is one of the highest endeavors that man can undertake. Since 2007, Burjeel Holdings has been doing just that. An army of professionals working together to ensure your well-being always. Burjeel Holdings.
So welcome back here now to the Southern Binside Field at Gantu Racing and Polo Club. Live stream, of course, by Polo Line. Exclusively here in the United Arab Emirates for our 5th and possibly final chukker of the subsidiary final of His Highness, the President of the UAE Polo Cup, under the patronage of Sheikh Falah bin Saeed Al Nahyan and the Abu Dhabi Sports Council. An amazing facility, over 300 hectares, with currently 3 floodlit polo fields and a floodlit stick and ball field as well. We have the progression on the screen there for all our Polo Line viewers at the end of the chukkers. Back with a 3-goal margin are Abu Dhabi. Habtor have been in this position before and got to even Stevens before. So let's see what they can pull out of the bag here now in this fifth and possibly final chukker. In the semis, we went to overtime in both of our matches, with our main final, of course, being on the Sheikh Zayed field. The founder of the United Arab Emirates, and coming out the line now is Kian. Kian gets pushed off out of it by Felix. Felix sends the backhand out there for Yabuni. Can't pick that one up, but it's left here now for Chichetti. Yabuni goes up forward looking for this pass, tries to drill that one through and get it through the pony's legs of Harechi. Yabuni up onto this one here now, but it's going to be picked up by Kian. Kian goes away out towards the boards, checks up on the play. Felix S.A.N. there with him, leaves it for Harechi. Harechi drills this one up the boards in towards the middle of the field, but it's going to be Lecao back onto it, thwarting Tolly Ulloa, but Ulloa just gets to him in the nick of time, spoiling his backhand, coming off it there, and now it's going to be Habtor. He's told to yield off that one too, and the pony just kicks it, and out over the boards it goes as Kian tries to make a play. So the ball will be dropped down here now for a free hit in favour of Abu Dhabi. First time the ball's popped out over the boards this match. Teo picks it up, drives this one up forward, looking for Yabuni. Going back with him there, of course, is going to be Habtor. Sends the backhand back down the board, setting it up for Harechi. Harechi, first time play, sends this one up forward here now. In comes Chetty, tries to get the hook, coming through at pace, has to reach back a long way. Couldn't quite get onto that one there. Kian couldn't get onto that one either, but it looks like it's going to be Felix S.A.N. to pick this one up and bring it away on this fantastic little grey mare. He's over the top of that one there and left for Chichetti Crespo. Crespo tidying up once again. Crespo being protected there by Lecao. In comes Habtor on the meet, but Crespo comes away with the play, sends it up the field here now, and you've got Tolly feeling a little bit lonely up the back at the back door there for Habtor, as Yabuni picks it up stick side, near side, collected here by Tolly, very patiently waiting, playing percentages. He has two players with him. He gets ridden off out of it by Felix S.A.N., but we get a whistle on that play. Maybe he was not quite shoulder to shoulder or equal speeds, just gave him a bit of a bump and just wobbled him slightly on that one. Then we can see on this replay here, as Tolly comes round, he's just not quite shoulder to shoulder, a little bit in front. And so we'll have a penalty here now in favour of Habtor, I'd say. Eight goals to Abu Dhabi it is, 5 it is to Habtor, and 5:44 on the clock, so 5:14 before the first two to goes, which could end the match unless we're all tied up. Just come back to the third man for a little bit of clarification on that one there. Just trying to listen in to see what it is. The third man from the angle, he reckons that he can't see if he's a little bit too far in front on that ride-off, if it was clean, if it was shoulder-to-shoulder or not. But he's just going for another replay to see if he can just have a better look at it, and the decision will be made. But it looks like the umpires have decided to bowl the ball in from the inside out, and inside out it is, and the ball's into play, and the line out, the backhand comes in, comes off his own pony from Felix S.A.N., but it gets it stolen from him by Tolly Ulloa. Ulloa once again leaves it now for Harechi. Harechi taps it forward in behind Chetty. Lovely lofted high ball up the field looking for Habtor, but first to surface and get back onto this one, being solid as ever has Yabuni. Yabuni looking for the backhand, does so, sends a backhand, thwarts that attack, beautifully read there by Ulloa. Great anticipation, but he gets onto it and goes with the next shot to try and get that one through the goal, but it goes wide. Lovely anticipation there by Tolly, realising it was going to go open from the stick side rather than tail. Swooped onto the line as he goes to pick it up. But we have a whistle. And goal judge saying it was just outside the goal. And let's see what we can see on this replay here now. We can probably get a little bit of a good view. Nice backhand, well anticipated, pumps forward, pushes it a little bit far. Goes with the next shot. I'm a bit unsighted on that one too, so the goal judge reckoned it went wide. Third man's looking for a bit of a slow-mo on this one here too, because it's very difficult to see with the legs and everything else of the horses in or out. We can see it once again here now. But evidently Tolly reckons it was in. So we'll just have a slight pause here now to see if he can get a slow-mo of it at all. Goal judge, as you see, is pretty adamant. At Gantoot Racing Polo Club, of course, we have Gantoot based here. Will be playing in the final against the UAE. Luqui Monteverde being substituted out by Teo Lecao the other day because he wasn't feeling well. There is a bit of a fluey bug floating around here at the moment. A few people have been victim of it.
I'm not 100%, but it looks like a goal.
And hopefully he'll be able to play the final against Gantoot, who of course are based here, as our Abu Dhabi polo team. And the decision has been made, goals being given, goal is good. So 6 goals it is to Habtoor, 8 goals it is to Abu Dhabi. 2 goals the difference, and 4.5 minutes left to play before the first hooter goes. Ball into play. Off the back of the line out it comes. Looking for that one there is going to be Kian. Kian gets told to play it there by Tolly. Goes on forward, gets hooked off out of it there by Felix. Ball now left for Gichetti. Gichetti there with Haureche. Cuts this one out towards the side for Teo. Teo going back with him is Haureche, covering the ground well. Goes to the next shot, put the pressure on. Trying to get onto it though is going to be Crespo, but I think it's going to beat them out over the back line, and over the back line it goes. So Habtoor will be able to mount an attack once again from their own back line. Players called. Haureche looking to get this one up the other end of the field. Drives this one up the middle of the field. It is here now, looking for Habtoor. Going back with him, of course, is going to be Yabuni. Backhand comes in by Lecao, putting it into open space. Looking for Gichetti Crespo to come onto. Picked up on the near side by Tolly. Tolly looks to flick that one back there for Haureche, but it looks like the better of that one there comes up with it is Gichetti. He sends out forward, looking for Lecao. Backhand by Habtoor, sends it a little bit straight back there down the gullet of Gichetti. Gichetti looks up and he goes with a high shot and pitches that one clean over the top and through the goal it is for Gichetti Crespo. Enough of this of trying to attack the goal and go through the traffic, and just sits over the ball, stands over it and just puts it away. And we can see on the replay here, just had to yield off out of that one there, did Tolly, and he just drives that one straight over the top. None of this messing around there by Gichetti Crespo. Back with a 3-goal margin it is once more. 9 goals to 6. Umpire right, lines the 2 teams up. Oh, there's a bit of tittle-tattle, a bit too much chat going on there. And we have a technical, and the ball's just been dropped down for a penalty in favour of Abu Dhabi, not doing themselves any favours. A little bit of frustration just brewing there, but the decision is it's going to be a penalty from the spot, from the halfway spot. At the back of the line out for Abu Dhabi's Teo Lecao. Teo comes up to it now, drives, shoots. It gets cut out of the play there by Kian. Kian back onto his play, leaves it for Tolly. Tolly coming forward, Gichetti in there, trying to put the spoil on him. Goes with a half shot, gets spoiled, gets hooked up with the mallets. Pony shicks it forward, Kian feeds it forward once more, comes off Gichetti. Gichetti picks it up onto his near side, but as he does, we have Habtoor coming through at pace onto the line, and we get a whistle on that play. See on the replay here now, Gichetti just unside slightly, Pony kicks it, gets driven up forward, gets cut out of the play, and a new line being created, and Gichetti coming through on the near side. And Habtoor picking up the penalty here now for the Habtoor Wolves. A couple of players scurrying off to change as they decide to move this one up for a penalty 3, a 40-yard penalty in favour of Habtoor Wolves. 3:03 on the clock, that's 2.5 minutes to go. And 3 goals the difference, looking to close it to 2 goals are Habtoor Wolves, with a penalty from the 40-yard line to be taken by Juan Haureche. Haureche. Drives, shoots, and straight over the top. Nothing they can do about that one there. And through the goals it is, closing the gap to 2 goals. Do Habtoor Wolves 9 goals to 7 in favour of Abu Dhabi. So back to the middle of the field it is once more. 2.5 minutes to go. Ball into play. Out the back of the line now. Tolly, safe as houses, on the play. There with Felix Asian. Chichetti coming around to make a spoil. Drives this one up here out into open space for Juan Harichi. Wide of the goals it is. Juan checks up. Coming back to him though is Teo. Straightens it up. Comes in behind Teo. Looks up to see where the goal is. Is he going to take the shot or is he going to try and work this one through? Looks like he's going to try and work this one through. Leaves it now for Tolly. He gets on the meet there. Beautiful meet there by Felix SN. Felix up on the loose here now. Going back for it is going with him is Kian. Yields off. Leaves it for Teo. Teo couldn't get the big shot off because he's got Harichi pressurising him. Avoids the hook this time. Pressure is on. Keeps going forward. Bobbles off the pony. Harichi comes in with the backhand. Sends this one back. We get a whistle on that play. Felix looking a bit stunned, but it looks like something had gone on between the front pair. It comes in with the backhand. Backhand comes in. And possibly have a Habtoor player on the line as a Abu Dhabi player was trying to turn a defensive attack, came around the front of the line, and the ball's being brought back into play by Juan Harichi. Here's the call. Pushes out here now for Tolly. Tolly Ujoa. Tolly had a great season out here this year, showing his skills. Tolly Ujoa. Tolly takes the man, leaves the ball behind now for Harichi. Harichi looks up to where the goal is. Harichi brings it forward. Just playing with this ball a little bit too much and leaves that one underneath the pony. Has to go back and regain his possession once more. Lost a bit of momentum in towards goal. Comes back in behind. Felix comes up forward once again. He's going forward, going goalward bound. It is Harichi looking to dance his way through the traffic here now. The ball just flicks off out to the side. Habtoor comes in and makes a driving shot in towards the goal. But it looks like it's gone through the goals, and through the goals it is. So 1 goal is a difference. Now, ladies and gentlemen, 9 goals it is to Abu Dhabi, 7 goals to Habtoor. You can see on the replay Harichi is coming up forward through it, and Habtoor getting himself into a good position there, and looks like he just finished that one off nicely there. 8 goals to 9 is the score, but it's in favour of Abu Dhabi. And we get a whistle as the horseshoe on the field being pointed out by Felix. Not leaving an awful lot of time on the clock to get this one back into play. But it's important for the safety and welfare of the horses. Quite a few shoes coming adrift. Abu Dhabi losing another wheel. So umpire right lines the 2 teams up here now. Waiting for Dixon to get back into position. Ball back into play. Into play it is. The clock tick-tocks down. Felix Asian comes with the backhand. Scurries round onto this one. Here is Yabuni. Yabuni comes up forward. Thought a little bit of something had gone on there. Kian thought he had played the backhand across the horse's face of his horses. And we have a whistle on that. A strong blow of the whistle as Habtoor comes in with the backhand. And the innocence. The butter wouldn't melt in his mouth there by Yabuni, of course. It was an accidental tangle of mallets, possibly, going away from the goals. And it looks like we have a spot penalty here in favour of Habtoor Wolves. And 3 seconds before the first 2 to go, ladies and gentlemen. 9-8 is the score. And I think there is actually a few more seconds on the clock than what it is showing. So Jason Dixon's just going to go down to correct that. So we'll just get this sorted out, and so everything is correct. Tolly just having a quick chat there with umpire right. So it needs to be 5 seconds, so it should be reading 35 seconds should be on the clock. So 5 seconds should be on the clock. Just getting that sorted out. I mean, they might leave the clock up, do it on the stopwatch, as the timekeeper will have a stopwatch as a standby as well. Just to be all present and correct, and players to be called for Juan Harichi to bring it back in once more. Juan goes a long one here, drives that one up the middle of the field. That clock tick-tocks down, and coming up onto it here now, Essien comes in there, and we have the hooter, ladies and gentlemen, as Tolly was looking for something, and that there will end the match. Our subsidiary final of His Highness the President of the UAE Polo Cup 2023 here at Gantoot Racing and Polo Club between Habtal Wolves and Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi running out the winners 9-8. So the team, of course, congratulating each other, possibly with slightly gritted teeth. Congratulating the winners will be Wolves. A very happy Abu Dhabi team. Didn't play in the Silver or Gold Cup. 20 gold, they came in to pick up some of the players from other teams, as in AM, and also from under the patronage of Highness Sheikh Alia, which Jetty was playing for, and also for Wolves 2. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll shortly go to some stats here, but it looks like we'll go to closing here now, as we do have to rush off to the other field before our main final on the Sheikh Zayed field between Gantoot and the UAE. So from Polo Line and myself, Adam Snowden, thank you very much indeed. We look forward to you tuning in shortly.